When I bought the old burner phone at a flea market, I didn't expect anything interesting. It was a curiosity, scratched screen, ancient buttons, some grime in the cracks. No SIM card, no power. But when I charged it up out of boredom, I noticed one thing. There was only one contact saved. No photos, no notes, just one number in the contact list. The name, do not answer. Weird joke, I figured, or maybe someone messing with their own paranoia. The number wasn't hidden, just a regular 10-digit string. I stared at it for a few minutes, thumb hovering over the call button. I didn't press it. That night, just before 3:00 a.m., the phone lit up. A text message from that number. "You've already opened the door. Answer." I stared at the message. I hadn't touched the number, I didn't call it. I almost laughed, almost. But something in that message felt cold, not just creepy, like it knew me. I powered off the phone and tossed it into a drawer. But the next night it turned itself back on. No charger, no SIM, no signal. Still, the screen lit up again. A missed call from do not answer. I didn't sleep. The next morning I checked the phone again. One new voicemail, but the phone had no SIM card, no signal, no way to receive anything. Still, the notification was there. Curiosity won. I pressed play. Static, heavy and wet like something breathing through water. Then a voice, my voice. "Why did you answer?" I dropped the phone. It hit the floor, battery popping out, screen cracking even further. I didn't pick it back up. I left for work, heart pounding, hands cold. I told myself it was some prank, maybe a leftover voice recording somehow. But that night the phone was back on, fully charged, sitting on my pillow. There was a new text. "You heard yourself, now we are listening." I didn't reply. I turned it off again, took out the battery, hid the pieces in different drawers. But I didn't sleep. Not really. At exactly 3:00 a.m., my real phone, my actual modern smartphone, lit up. Unknown caller. No number, no ID. It rang and rang. I didn't answer. It rang for 3 minutes and 33 seconds before stopping. The next day, I stayed at a friend's place. I didn't tell him the full story, just said I needed a night away from home. He joked that I looked like I hadn't slept in a week. I hadn't. That night I left both phones turned off and hidden. But at 3:00 a.m. sharp, his kitchen light flicked on. Then the hallway light. Then the TV. He was dead asleep on the couch. I checked. He didn't hear anything, didn't wake. The bathroom mirror had something written on it in the fog, but there was no steam. No shower, just 3 words. "You heard it." I bolted. I didn't even wait for sunrise. I went home, shaking. When I got there, the burner phone, the old one, was sitting on the front step. It was ringing. I didn't touch it. I let it ring and ring. But the ringing didn't stop. Not after 5 minutes. Not after 10. I finally picked it up and the ringing stopped before I could answer. One new message. "Last chance. Answer or we'll come through another way." That night I locked every door and window. I left all the lights on, music playing, TV loud. I thought maybe noise would keep whatever it was away. At exactly 3:00 a.m., everything cut to black. Lights, TV, music. My phone, everything dead except the old burner phone. It was glowing in the dark like a dying coal. Then it rang again. I didn't answer. Instead, I backed into the corner of the room, phone still ringing on the table. I stared at it like it might bite. Then the phone stopped ringing. Silence. A second passed. Then the sound of footsteps upstairs, slow, heavy, wet, as if something was dragging itself down the hall, but I lived alone. I moved toward the door. Quiet, careful. The footsteps came down the stairs, creaking louder and closer. No breathing. Just that sound, dragging, shuffling, relentless. Then something knocked. Not on the door, on the window, from the inside. I turned slowly toward the window. There was something on the glass, a handprint from the inside, but the room was empty. I hadn't moved. No one else was here, no one alive. And then the burner phone lit up again. But this time no ring, just a scream. "You already answered, now it's our turn." The lights flickered once and the room went wrong. Walls stretched too long, corners curved in ways they shouldn't. The air turned thick and wet, like breathing through lungs that weren't mine. I could hear it, not the phone then. whispering in static, in electricity, in blood. I backed away, but the shadows were moving. From behind the door, something stepped out, or maybe unfolded, tall, thin, bones like wires, a face like a melted mask, eyes empty but somehow listening. It reached for the burner phone. I didn't stop it. The creature pressed the phone to its face, and I heard my own voice screaming from it, screaming things I hadn't said. Not yet. It looked at me, tilting its head, then whispered, "Now your number's saved," and everything went black. I woke up the next morning, on my bed, in my home, phone gone, lights normal, sunlight warm, but when my real phone buzzed, I felt ice in my chest. New contact saved, do not answer, no number, no way to delete it. Just there, waiting.